Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Can't believe we're back at it. Weekend's here, baby. Yeah. Pretty much. What's up? It is the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah.
What's up, what's up?
You're right, though.
What's up?
Thursdays is like the weekend. My mom used to say that. She's like, it's Thursday. It's almost the week. It's pretty much Friday.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'd say pretty much. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm ready to go with it.
Is that your favorite weekday day?
Weekday day?
Yeah, other than Friday, Monday through Thursday, is this your favorite?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? That's not that bad of a question.
Yes, it is. Everybody loves Friday.
Okay, can we go ahead and restart the podcast? Let's do a redo.
No.
Remix.
Virginia's right. That was a weak-ass intro. It's all my fault.
Yeah, there's some good stuff going on. We got Cocktails Karaoke going to be going down tomorrow night.
Yes, baby.
Going to be looking forward to getting everybody out there for that. Going to be at Blue Martini Boca in the Town Center Mall. Starts at 7 o'clock. They start the half-price appetizers and cocktails 4 o'clock, though, so if you want to get there early.
Ooh.
You
You'll
can
be
go check that.
rip-roaring drunk by the time we get there at 7.
Yeah.
If you start at 4, I want you to sing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. 4?
I need you to sing at 7 if you're there at 4.
We'll let you lead off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rock star.
Yeah, so you'd be all ready to go.
Did you say you're going to do some 90s song? Is that what you're feeling?
I don't know. I might. Thinking about it, yeah, I kind of like just listen to the New Jack style. I was like, gosh, man, I forgot about that. That was so awesome.
So that was kind of like early 90s, late 80s, right? That's sort of 80s music too, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, 90s, it was probably right around, because I think What About Your Friends and the TLC, that was right to tail end of my high school years. So that was probably like I'd say 90 to about 94 is when you kind of had that going on. Maybe even, I'd say probably like 88, because I think Bobby Brown, My Prerogative, kind of had that sound. So I'd say probably 88 to maybe 92 is when it was going strong. About that 4-year period. A lot of the pop and the hip-hop or whatever it was sounded the same.
Love that sound.
Y'all need to practice some of that and bring some new heat. Y'all same songs are getting tired.
What are you talking about? I've been mixing that shit up left and right.
I meant Kevin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't want to brag.
No, I think Kevin should try that new song, that one song by Oasis, Wonderwall.
Yeah. I stick with what I know, man. I stick with what I know I can sing. Yeah. I've taken a few chances.
But that's what karaoke's
And
about.
those chances have not paid off.
all you gotta do is do a little practice sesh in the car on the way down, and you'll really quick into a song. You realize if you can handle it or not.
I mean, nobody's expecting anybody from the show to get up there and completely belt it and nail it. They know you're going to fuck it up, baby.
There's a difference between like not nailing it though and just completely like just killing the room.
See, I always think that you should get up there and strive to be Celine. That should be the goal.
Oh, you should always strive, but sometimes you're not Celine.
Probably it's not even not necessarily being able to sing it sometimes. It's just like not even knowing it. Where you
Know
like,
it,
yeah.
and even if you sing bad, as long as you know it,
That's
you're good.
true.
You got to
Yeah.
perform.
That's true.
And you
Yeah.
got to know the song. And
Yeah.
if you practice on the car ride to Boca and you find a song that you know and you just practice it a couple times, you get up there and nail it.
No, you're right. Bad singing's fine, but
Yeah.
not knowing is a karaoke no-no.
Yeah,
good,
right.
good point. Good point.
Yeah. So that's what happened. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll try to remember on my way to see if I can make that
Yeah.
happen.
Maybe don't listen to sports radio. Put
Yeah.
on some karaoke practice time.
Okay.
Or just do all sport-typey songs, like the sport arena, like the final
I'll do like
countdown.
Walk of Life and
Yes.
Center
yeah,
field.
center, yeah.
Yes.
Put me in, coach.
Oh, we would kick
I'm
you.
ready to
What if
play.
Kevin got up there and dedicated that song to his new 2 co-hosts?
Yeah.
Look, if that's what he's got to do, that's what he's got to do.
Yes, I still see that happening.
Oh, if you were cheese dick enough to do sports songs, I kind of would love that.
I'm not sure I really know sports songs. I think I actually hate most sports songs.
Like that arena rock.
Well, I'm not like, I don't know why. I've never like really gotten into like Bruce Springsteen, and one of his, big songs is Glory Days, they'll pass you by, glory days. In the wink of a young girl's eye, glory days. And I'm just like, ugh.
I tell you what, though, you just gave me goosebumps, and the
Yeah.
boss never has.
Here's the thing, though. Knowing the chorus is not the problem. We all
Yeah.
know the chorus. You got to know the lyrics. You got to know how it starts. You got to know that first
I
stanza.
don't think I'm singing it. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah,
That-
I do
You're not
not
gonna hear
like.
me doing Glory Days.
I don't like Bruce Springsteen's music for some reason.
I know.
I've tried to like it. Me and
I
Denny's
know.
were listening to a couple of his albums, really trying to get into it. I just do not like his music.
I think you're too young. I think of Bruce Springsteen's like an older guy's game.
But I like older stuff. I like the Beatles. I like stuff that's
Yeah, you would
even-
think Jay Brew would be into Born to Run. Like, you know,
And that's
the-
one of my. That's one of the ones I can stomach by him, and I don't even like that one. And Cougar Mellencamp is
it's
another
too
one.
I know, I'm
rockin' for
same way.
you.
It's maybe too rocking.
It's
Yeah.
too man.
That's what it is.
He likes a bitch tune.
It's too manly.
Yeah, I don't even know though. 'Cause I don't know if that's necessarily my thing. There's almost like this. There's Southern rock and then there's Midwestern rock. And I know that he's from New Jersey, but it's got this whole. You got the John Mellencamp and the Boss.
Bon Jovi.
They're both in the same thing, but I like Bon Jovi. But I don't know what it is. It's not country and it's not Southern rock. It's like Midwestern rock.
I know exactly what you mean, and on top of all of what you're saying, is it so much like this? It's like, Bruce, calm it down, just a
I'm
hair.
so blue collar.
Yeah.
It's grit and shit.
Yeah, I work 38 hours a day. Okay, you work hard.
Yeah,
We
it's
know-
like-
24.
That's
like
how
the
fucking
sa-
hard he works.
Yeah.
Motherfucker works 16 hours extra in a day.
Damn, that bitch works.
It's like the soundtrack to a Ford truck.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like if you bought a Ford truck and it came with a cassette in the deck, you'd be like, oh, look, it's got Bruce Springsteen and John Cougar Mellencamp.
completely respect his talents, and I
Sure.
get why people love him. Just not my cup of soda.
Yeah, I know. And it's all kind of like the same thing. And it's not even just like dudes. Like almost like a band like the Pretenders almost kind of like fits in with that. My city was gone. Dun, 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 dun. You ever that song that Rush Limbaugh always plays when he starts off his...
Yes.
Wait, the Pretenders, they are fucking awesome. You don't
Yeah.
like the Pretenders?
There's some of their songs. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh! Back on the chain. Gang.
I like that one. Yeah, I like him better than I like Bruce Springsteen.
I
and-
love her voice.
Yeah.
Chrissy Hine.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Back in the Chain Gang was good. Middle of the Road is a great song.
Brass in Pocket.
Brass and Pocket's okay. I like.
They have another one that's.
Remember
really-
that song "Stand by You"? I'll stand by you.
I do not like
No.
that song.
I hate that
stand
song.
by
I hate that
you.
song. I
Won't
hate-
let nobody hurt you.
Yeah, that's like
I
a-
will hurt you if you
Yeah.
sing that.
It's deep rock, like real. Like you're fucking in
I'll
pain.
stand by you.
That's the dumbest song.
I don't like.
Yeah. Could you imagine if somebody came up and they were serious and they would sing that to you? Like, I'll stand by you.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I always love that concept when somebody sings to somebody.
I walked into my buddy. He was looking at this girl on the couch and singing "Lately" by Jodeci, and he was singing it like real sensual and real. He just couldn't believe how much he loved this girl in the moment. He was taken by it.
What's his name?
I'm not gonna say, but you. No, I'm not gonna say.
I definitely know him.
No, I don't know if you do.
I do. I know him.
There's none of that love and cheese dicky moments.
Oh, and I made fun of him for his entire life for it.
Is he tall?
I'm not. Come on, it doesn't serve anything to our audience.
Is he small?
I remember my sophomore year in college, my roommate Josh, he hooked up with this chick at the bar. And I was sleeping. It was like Friday, Saturday night, whatever it was. And I wake up and I just kind of like look and they're like getting it on the floor. And the moon is full. And it's,
sex?
yeah, full out. He's just banging her like right on the floor
Of your room?
of our room. Yeah.
You shared a bedroom?
Yeah, dorm room.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in a dorm together.
Dorm room. I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about an apartment.
Yeah, no, we had three. I had two roommates. There was three of
Dorm,
us total,
yeah.
and I think our third roommate was gone for the night, so it was just me. And so I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you're subjected to someone's sex, and having sex in the room, and the door's there, and I'm in the bed, and they're in between, so it's like
You can't leave.
You're just trapped, and you're like, I'm
All you can do is just take out your pud.
Just jerk away.
I'm a prisoner to sex. And
That's the
so-
one way to get them to stop.
Yeah. Well, you guys are gonna
yeah.
do it. I'm gonna do it too.
That would have been awesome. I sit up in bed and just start
Stay-
whacking.
Start whacking it.
Just stand and look at them.
Noisy though. You gotta make noise.
Yes, I gotta get up
Grunt.
and stand over. You guys might want to pull the covers up. I don't know where this is going to go.
I'm a little backed up.
She's a squirter.
You got about 5, 4, 3. So I'm laying in bed, and all I see is there's just a lot of skin that's down there, and the moon is coming through the window.
That's
and
kind of sexy,
onto their
Kev.
moon, yeah. And so I'm like, oh gosh. And then he gets up and he puts on the awful radio station that we had, which I wound up working for later in town. It's the only thing you could get in Athens, Ohio. And there's this Huey Lewis in the News song called "Do You Believe in Love?"
Do you believe in love? Do you believe in
Okay,
love?
so I'm just sitting there going, oh, God, I hate this song. And so I'm sitting there, and it's like blaring in the room. Like, they have to know I'm awake at this point. And so I'm just kind of like laying there. I'm
They just
looking
don't give a shit.
They don't care.
I think because they were just both shit-faced and, like,
Yeah.
it was just
Horny.
disgusting drunk sex was happening on the floor. And so
You're sober. You're sleeping.
this is after it, and yeah, and so I looked down, and I could just see them perfectly in the moonlight, and I see my roommate Josh. He's like, they're looking into each other's eyes as they're kind of like laying there. I'm like, well, he just met this chick in the bar, and he sings to her. He's like, "Do you believe in love?" And he stops, and she goes, "Do you believe it's true?" And they're singing the song.
Call and
We're like,
response?
Oh, call and response.
First, one night stand call and response?
Yes, one night
What?
stand call and response. I'm like, ah! I almost like had to break it up. I'm like, stop it.
That
I can
is-
handle your sex. I can't handle this call and response dumbass dickwad singing.
It embarrasses. Like, you get an
Oh,
embarrassed
I was so
feeling.
embarrassed.
Yeah, I
was
know.
cringing for them. I was like, oh, like the sex was not even half as awkward as the singing.
When that happens, I instantly start getting like really flushed in the face, and I
Yes.
start to sweat.
Like, oh, please.
He should have
stop
kicked
this.
his ass in front of her.
Yeah, do you believe in
He
love?
should have kicked his naked ass.
I just love how the moonlight
Gosh.
was a spotlight for
Oh,
their love.
it was. It was like on full display right in front of my eyes. I just couldn't get away from it.
Yeah, the deep looking in the eyes singing is
Cringy.
it makes me cringe.
Oh,
It does.
so awful. So awful. One of the worst nights ever. So what we did last week, we went to Matthews Brewing, started off there for our St. Patrick's Day. They've got Spread the Dove going to be playing there again tomorrow night, and they've got Bryce Allen playing tonight, and then they're doing a can release Saturday morning. And
They're releasing their cans?
yeah, their cans are coming out, baby.
All right.
Nobody uses that term anymore. Cans for boobs.
Yeah. I think they're doing a double IPA is what they've got. So if you came out and you liked it, the beer, then you definitely want to pop out.
I should show
Check
up
that
there
on
with a bunch of
Saturday.
rowdy topless girls. We heard it was a can release.
You won't do it. You ain't got the balls.
It's great in theory.
It is great in theory.
I mean, if you could pull that off, it would be amazing
I could. It'd be a little work.
and illegal.
You can't arrest what you can't catch. I learned that from a famous guy once.
Yeah, it's really my new favorite kind of beer, the New England style. It's a double IPA, which is a little high on the alcohol. Shaver, you might actually like that, but it's like Civil Society does that. The New England style, it's kind of like the cloudy. It's almost like a citrusy IPA. So I had one of those from Civil Society last night. They're just fantastic.
When we were at Matthews, we were drinking a beer together. You got me a beer, and that was good, but we didn't get that same one, and they gave us an extra high Do you remember what that was called? It was like an 8-point or a 9-point something.
Yeah, I think it was called Heavy Metal.
It was heavy metal. I liked that.
Yeah, that was the name of that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can't drink that.
Oh, yeah, his bitch
Bad
ass.
idea.
He wasn't, it's 9.9 heavy metal. No, it's good.
Don't worry, I made it happen, but yeah.
You did make it. I was proud of
Yeah,
you.
I did, but I'm like, I'm gonna take the slow route. You can get there quick. Yeah, the one that I was getting you on was the Florida Hop Juice and the Florida Haze. Those are the two New England IPA and Pale Ales that they got there. And then somebody sent me this, that there's a new brewery opening up in Boca tomorrow at 5:30 called Prosperity Brewers. And I checked out their list of beers, and they've got some good stuff. They got pretty much everything you would want. Sours and IPAs and some of the big, strong double stuff that you like, Jay-Bird.
Nice.
They are just a little bit north of Spanish River and the Dixie area. If you're like Dixie Highway and Spanish River, just a little bit north of that. It looks like they're in one of those industrial park things, like pretty much every craft brewery in South Florida is. But if you want to try something new, which I always do,
I'm going down there early to get my lashes. Maybe I'll go check it out.
I would like to. I don't want to speak for the queen, but if she will humor me, it'd be great to go there first.
I'll meet you
I'll see.
there if you
Yeah.
guys are going to go, because
I
I
get her to
got to
go, I
go
would.
early.
I'd like to try it out.
Bird, you're welcome to join.
What day is this? He's...
Tomorrow. You know we're going to Boca tomorrow, right?
Shit, yes, I do. I do. I'm really not this dumb or dense, I swear. I hadn't been sleeping well. I got people showing up at my house at midnight.
With food.
It's not
'Cause
mine.
Food's just karmically in the universe coming to you.
Can't stop it.
Yeah, fucking Uber Eats guy just shows up out of the blue at midnight, 12:30. That's kind of a blessing when you think about it.
You should have been like, thanks, bro.
I was naked.
Well, he should have been like, thanks, bro.
No thanks, bro.
No, thanks, bro. Did he see your dog?
No, my dad took care of it. My dad did, though.
Your dad did.
Oh, he saw it hardcore.
He got it all, huh?
Oh, he got it all.
He saw what he made.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Got a good look. Got this from Thumbelina. She said, I follow Ripley's Believe It or Not on Facebook and came across this. It is Dumpster Diner or Dumpster Dinner. Curious to see if any of you guys would still enjoy your favorite food, despite whatever it may be, sitting in a dumpster. They apparently serve food in these dumpsters. And I guess you go in there. Would you eat out of a dumpster? New York City Salvage Supper Club treats diners to a 6-course meal inside a dumpster.
If there,
That's going to be a hard no from
Yeah.
me.
I mean, I can make it happen. If there's maggots and shit in there, no. But if it's just a dumpster and it's not wet, I could probably rock it.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not pumped.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I sometimes think, okay, if you ever wound up in the homeless situation, what would you do, Kevin? I think I would, for me, I would look around and say, hey, what kind of like free meals, resources, all that kind of stuff do you have? Or like, I could go to soup kitchens and stuff like that. I mean, if I was really like down and out, yeah, I might find something that's sitting on top of some garbage somewhere. But I mean, I'd have to be a next level kind of hungry to have to go for something where I got to dig.
I would totally go by the grocery stores, buy all of the
Yeah.
dumpsters, because I know sometimes they do throw stuff out.
Right.
Some
That's
some
part of
stores,
that'd be part of what my game plan would be too, yeah.
yeah, and the other thing too
But I'm not
is
going to eat in the dumpster.
if you had to eat and it was about survival, I mean, there's ways to get fruit. It's not the most savory of ways, but
Yeah, I mean, you can go around and you can forage.
if
Yeah.
it comes to survival and you
Yeah.
had to survive, I think I could totally do it.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet,
Do what you got to do. Yeah.
but yeah, if I had to, I would.
You had to.
There's also, I mean, there's great resources before you go that route. Like my church, the Catholic Church in Jupiter, there's a line there every Saturday. People just waiting, and then they give them free, like a whole bag of food every Saturday.
Oh, that's great.
I'd so be in that
Yeah.
line.
And
Yeah, right.
I would try to get to a place where I could use the internet for free to find out where other free shit was at.
Yeah.
Food, drop off, stuff like that, and look for a job that way.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
And then I'd probably take to the woods and live in the woods. Close to a highway, though. That'd be my plan.
Okay. You've got it all figured out.
I can see you.
Yeah. Oh, make sure you're by the woods and by a highway where there's stores and stuff so you can eat. But
You
yeah.
make a little tent village,
Yeah.
kind of.
And you go scampering back up into the woods, kind of like Bigfoot.
Exactly. And then you try to save as much money as you can and then get your ass out of the woods.
Okay.
That would be my plan. Now, would it work? I don't. Who fucking knows?
I don't know. If I'm in the woods, plans have gone awry.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah, the woods would be pretty horrifying at nighttime.
Right?
In your own little tent.
Ugh.
Got this from Astrid. It is about fake apps like what you had, Virginia, trying to get your food. And Magnolia went on to one, put in the credit card information and be like, bogus app. Said here that I heard you rant this morning about the fake delivery app your daughter used by mistake. I want to share that you can report these types of abuses to the state attorney office for Florida. They have a special department for these types of scams and phone scams. Found this out when somebody tried to scam my mother. These people suck.
They
said.
do,
They
man.
do suck. I mean, come on.
Yep. Absolutely so. But they are out there and this kind of stuff does happen.
You just can't trust, when you Google something and something comes up, don't just click on it and think, oh, it's legit. A lot of times it's not. It's a scam.
Heather from the Pizzle said, hey, I'm emailing you guys about Virginia screaming into the mic about people using the GoFundMe. I just want to stand up for the people who use it for dance team, school, and whatnot. When I was in film school, we needed to raise our own money for our final project, so we created a GoFundMe page, but also did car washes and bake sales as well. We were not lazy. We were simply reaching out to people who would want to contribute to our project. Just because you know lazy people that's trying to get your money does not mean that everyone out there is the same way. So, Virginia, stop being so salty, and Jason, go fuck yourself.
Damn. Called your ass out, Vicious V.
I'm salty for life.
Yeah.
Salt life.
I'm living that salt life, yo.
This email says, can we please dedicate a segment to whomever FF Square is and see if she can come onto the radio so Virginia can ask her some questions so we get a little bit more about this mystery that is one Jason J. Bird Pennington.
Who is this girl and what did they share?
Do you believe in love?
Do you believe?
Do you believe it's true?
'Cause you're making me believe with you.
Oh, that sounds so nice, Virginia. Go lower so the dogs can start barking.
With you. Where is FF Squared living these days?
She lives in a place called None of Your Fucking Business.
Oh, yeah. I think that's right next to Shut the Fuck Up, isn't it?
It's right next door to that area.
Okay.
They intersect.
Know it very well.
Is she young? Is she what's her deal? Is she a quick romance? Was she a long-term fling?
You know, sometimes things are best unsaid. A wise man once told me that.
You work on the fucking radio.
Yeah, it's boring.
I don't know. People are emailing in.
Kevin gets one comment, and that's like, oh, holy shit, it's ape shit. No, come on.
People want to know the secrets you keep.
I'm not keeping
When
any
you're talking
secrets.
in your sleep.
I'm not keeping any secrets.
You are just a song.
I'm not
You're a
dating.
man of
Yes.
mystery.
I'm not dating.
But they're all from the 80s.
Yes, they're all from the 80s.
I'm not dating
You're-
anybody. There's nothing to know. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Samantha said, I remember when you guys had a guy on and his girlfriend had cheated on him before. They got back together, but then he found man's deodorant in her drawer. She said it was hers and that she used man's deodorant. Whatever happened to them? Can you call and see if he ever confronted or asked her? Hella curious. I think he had confronted her, and that's what she had said.
Yes.
He's like, do you believe it? I think that's kind of what it was, because he had, and she had given him an answer and said, this is the answer. But I'll check and see if anything more came of it. I will send them an email. Thank you. If there's any other little things that you heard on the show and you'd like to know, I can go in, and if I can find the email they originally sent us, then I can try to get them back on. Happy to do it. We're trying to do more of those. I got a couple that are pending. I got about 3 emails out to people right now trying to get them on. Some are saying, no, it ruined my life last time I came on.
That's the smart ones.
Yeah, some are saying that, but not all. Some do come back on. This is about married couples 69ing. It's a little follow-up to Jason asking about, do married couples actually 69?
Well.
Now let's get into it.
Well, kind of a mixed bag here. One person said, no, Jason, we don't 69. I agree with Virginia. It's not flattering, and honestly, it's too much damn work. So much work, in fact, that I found it difficult to get mine, if you know what I mean.
I know, girl.
If my hubby wanted to do it, I would do it for him, but it certainly isn't something I'm into. It just doesn't do it for me. But don't worry, we have fun in other ways.
Okay.
Okay. Signed 80-year-old Gertrude.
Yes.
Did FF Squared like the 69?
What else you got over there, Kevin?
It's a legit question.
I got a competing email saying, heard you guys talking about 69 a couple days ago, and Jason was asking if married people do 69, and hell yeah, they do.
Okay.
Granted, my husband and I have only been married for 8 months. Uh-oh, there you go.
Oh, boy, damn
I'm
it.
telling you, 69 is a young man's game.
It's a young marriage game is what you're telling me.
Yeah. And about the 1 year, when you go back into the freezer, get that 1 year cake, you're going, let's not do that 69 thing anymore.
So you're telling me there's nobody that's been married 10 years, 12 years that loved 69. They're so over 69.
I think you have to be really confident in your body and not feel very like self-conscious about your bung hole being on his nose.
But that is something for everybody 69ing. Everyone should have that kind of insecurity.
If for proof, if we got a video from a couple in their 70s showing us how they 69'd each other, would you watch it?
That's hot.
Oh my God! Yeah, I would. I would watch it. But here's the thing, though.
She doesn't have a lot of strength in her legs, so she just has to plop right down all the way.
I totally watch it, but I don't watch it for
he ends up suffocating to death.
I don't watch it.
He has to wiggle his fingers if he starts to lose consciousness.
I watch it, but I do it not to get off. I'm not like popping bones
curiosity,
over here.
so.
Yeah, out of
curiosity.
curiosity. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you watch it?
No.
Oh.
Don't have any desire to have that in my brain.
Yeah, it's not about desire. Desire makes it sound so lustful.
No, I just don't have any need. How about that? Is
I
need
guess,
a better word?
I kind of think you do need. You're an orator.
No,
you
I
need
don't,
to.
no.
You need to tell the people what you've seen.
No. I don't think anybody's going to want to hear about that.
I disagree with that too.
If Kevin was 69ing, I would want to hear about it.
Oh my gosh! If
Yeah.
Kevin was 69ing, that's KVJ trending right there. That's big.
Kevin can't even get his bone piece touched.
Yeah, I can't even 12.
Why are you doing tricks and shit?
Yeah, I know you're not 69ing.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe you just don't know about it.
I would love for you to be 69ing.
If you are 69ing and you're not telling us, you're an asshole.
You are an asshole.
You have to tell us, because that's awesome news.
Because I'm doing all this hard research about 69ing, and the one guy who's doing it's not telling me.
He's not doing it.
There's
no
fucking way
way.
he's 69ing.
I would love to hear you ask him if she would.
I would too.
Oh, I would pay anything.
If I asked, so she would be like, all right, it's a bit. Yeah.
But even if you broke it down, you're like, hey, what are your thoughts on maybe you know 69ing?
I've done so many like hidden mics in the bedroom. Like it's just I mean, anytime I say anything like sexual, she's like, all right, you're recording somewhere, right? I get it. Joke, haha. And it's like
Panda bets into it.
I think Panda would do it.
Hell yeah, he would.
I mean, I think Panda'd be up for anything.
Oh, he would try.
He's adventurous.
I know my boy. He would be real fine with the 69.
I could probably dangle him from the ceiling and he'd be like, yeah, that sounds great.
She did say we don't do it on the regular, though. I got to admit, I'm not a huge fan of my butt being in someone's face, but I know my husband loves it like no other, so that's a motivating factor. I can only speak for myself, but if my man is asking for something sexually, I really don't deny him anything, and vice versa. I think it all depends upon the couple, regardless of being married or single. I'm sure some guys, gals aren't fans for 69, but that's okay. But I don't think the blanket statement of, oh, we're married, we automatically start having vanilla sex applies to everyone. So don't worry, Jay Bird, if you're apprehensive about getting married because you're afraid you'll never 69 again. I'm here to tell you that you'll probably continue well into marriage knowing you.
Okay, that's a very good email.
Yes. You and Denny's will 69. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm. The things he applauds. What gets applause around here?
That was a well-written email.
Mm-hmm. I got an email from Casey. She said, a few days behind the podcast, I'm reaching out because it's having a little rough day at work. Fighting a cold, got 2 sick kids at home. My boss didn't come to work, so I have to do his job today too. But then luckily I was listening to the podcast on March 7th, and specifically the After the Show podcast, and the whole tickling your dick thing killed me. I laughed so inappropriately loud in my office right next to the conference room that had a very important meeting happening in it that I had to pretend that I was having a coughing fit due to my cold. You guys make my heart happy. Just want to let you know that. So, thank you. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate those
That is
emails.
kind.
Very nice. Got this from Michelle. Want to know about a breakup here.
Uh-oh.
She's catching up on the podcast. You guys are discussing a potential breakup because the parents don't approve of the boyfriend's race. This is absolutely ridiculous, and while this does not match up to the hurt of that, I wanted to reach out for a podcast discussion for advice on my own breakup. I've been with a guy for a little over a year and a half, and in May I was moving to Port Charlotte with him and his parents to help them set up their business. After our first meeting with his parents, his dad was adamant about saying if we know it's what we want, we need to get engaged. Shortly after this, my boyfriend broke up with me. I was devastated. I missed a day of work, and I was a depressed mess. Well, a week later, we talked. We got back together to try it slowly. Fast forward a couple of months, we just had another dinner and his parents regarding the move. I was to move into their fifth-wheel camper and my boyfriend into their house because their religious beliefs prevent us from living together unless we're married. I was going to do it. I was getting rid of my furniture, spoke to my landlord about moving, spoke to my boss. His dad at that meeting again said that we needed to get engaged or we have doubts. We need to break up. And guess what? He broke up with me today. However, I'm oddly okay. I have a moment of sadness, but that goes away as I work, and I now need to figure out a place to live. But I will miss his nieces and nephews, sister-in-law. We all got close. But my question is it okay that I'm not sad? I don't want to sink into depression that I had the last time, but I feel weirdly relieved. Would love yours and Virginia's perspective on this. Thank you very much.
It sounds like this guy is pretty quick to jerk you around based on his dad's words and feelings. You need a man that's a free thinker. You're probably relieved because you realize, like, deep in your heart that you don't want a life of drama with this guy. He's wishy-washy.
You nailed it. You don't. He's not the right guy for you. You are willing and ready to commit to him, and he's not, and he's scared to get married to you. Mm-hmm. You know what you want, and you are. Sometimes things happen, and you're a lot stronger than you think you are. You think you're going to go through this fire of all these emotions, and you're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah.
And if you're not upset, go with that.
That's a good thing.
You're lucky because you're not having the pain of the breakup. You're kind of like, okay.
That tells you a lot.
It does.
So someone lost a very close person in their life and asked me. They died, and I was upset. Obviously, I missed him, but I wasn't sad for a long time. I was able to get on with my life. And they said, "Am I a bad person for that?" I said, "No. That person would want you to get on with your life and be happy. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to be miserable for 3 years after. Don't feel guilty about that. Doesn't mean you didn't love them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially if you think their soul is somewhere else in a better place, you're at peace with that."
And I wouldn't say it's necessary, but I think it's helpful that if somebody holds deep religious beliefs and are strict to them, that they match up. And one, does his religious beliefs match up with his parents? I know in that instance, like, my parents are a lot more strict with their religion than I am, but we share the same faith. But there's differences in that. One, he needs to have his own beliefs and set himself up and then, stand up for what he thinks is right in his religious beliefs. And then, two, if he does believe as his parents do, then that's going to be tough, because it doesn't sound like you're as into it as he is. Yeah, I mean, it's odd. Like, people that have really, like, deep beliefs about that and stand by them, they get married, and they get married pretty quick.
Be careful, too, how quickly you throw away everything to go live with a guy and his parents and live off their dime. Like, I don't think you should want that for yourself until you have a commitment from a guy and you know that you guys can support yourselves and not have to live off his parents.
Yeah, if it were right, then he would have right away been like, "Oh my gosh, I'd love to get married." And you'd been like going, "Yes, let's do it." And you would have been married. That if it were right, I think that's what would happen.
Yeah, don't feel bad for not feeling sad. That's definitely, don't do that.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
Do it.
That's right. Don't do it. All right.
Oh man, it's over. We're just really starting to cook, baby.
We got tomorrow, man. We still got Friday, baby.
You're right.
And we've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow?
Yeah, that was
Bob Seger, isn't it?
Was that Bob Seger?
We got tonight. No, Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker, yeah.
You said Cocker.
Who needs tomorrow? Yeah. Why does it find me?
This one's going out to you.
Wasn't I? Oh, yeah, Bob Seger did do it. Also, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers did it.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
They did it.
In fact, I think I saw, let me see, was it 40 years ago this week? I think it was a top 10 hit.
Wow.
Yeah. We got tonight. Yeah.
It's a dedication to FF squared. What's her name?
You're hanging yourself, Virginia.
All right, y'all, go check out Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Jaybird's Bird saw somebody text us today and said that they went and checked it out and said it was absolutely amazing. They loved
Good.
it.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear this.
Yep, so go and check it out. 7 locations in Palm Beach County. All right, y'all, have an amazing Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.